Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, it doesn't work without you guys. So let's get open for business and let's wake up the football gods this morning. Wake up, guys. Wake up. There we go. I absolutely positively love Mondays, and that's crazy to even say that. But Monday night live stream 9 o'clock Eastern, as well as Friday night 9 o'clock Eastern, and that's great because it's so cool to be able to be in here interacting with all you great fans, getting your thoughts, concerns, you hate, everything up in here. So join us tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern. If you haven't tried it, just give it a taste. Try it. You might just like it. We do have to deal with occasional ego troll or 50, but, that's just how it is, man. They hate us because they're scared of us. But anyway, we are here 97 days, 11 hours, 20 minutes, and 10 seconds away from kickoff against the LA Rams for the season. And it's looking more and more like we'll have a season. Now, it's great because Friday the coaches were able to get back to the facility. We know that Jerry Jones has been there for a couple weeks and things, and they're beginning the process of getting everything going. Now, we've missed the early part of OTAs and things, and we don't know exactly how they're going to do working out and stuff. In my mind, I think what we may be looking at is something similar to the last time we had the contract negotiations, where it was a shortened off season, or excuse me, I should say condensed off season, where they basically started up, in July and had the mini camps right just before the training camps. Now, basically, this is what's crazy. I don't know if you guys realize, but we're only about 6 weeks away from normally training camp opening for teams that, have a new coach or play in the Hall of Fame game and stuff. 6 weeks. And is that we haven't had a real OTA practice other than virtual reality. So that's going to be a disadvantage for teams like the Cowboys, possibly, that have a lot of new players, have new coaches, and so forth to be ready for the season. But the good thing, at least, is for the most part, it is a veteran team of guys that have played before, so that may help. Having Kellen Moore as your offensive coordinator means that the terminology probably isn't going to change a lot. It'll be more wrinkles added to it. But yesterday, my morning video was more of what is the potential position that we're going to get the biggest gain, and I started with the offense. And a lot of people would say it'd be CD Lamb and things like that, but I look at it and say it could be Blake Jarwin being the number one tight end on the team. And I went through my reasons why and why it's important for Blake Jarwin. So check that out, and let me know what you guys think. Now, on the flip side, the biggest worry on the offensive line, or the biggest potential step backwards, I may have to say is going to be the center. The center, because you can't just replace a Travis Frederick, a guy who is a consummate Pro Bowler. Now, he had come back down to earth a little bit last year, and that's part of the reason why he retired, because he didn't feel that he could play at that elite level, and he's got other callings and things where he's going to be working in the community. And Travis Frederick, he's been the Dallas Cowboys Man of the Year, and you don't just replace a guy like that. And it's funny because football, they always talk about the skill position players, the wide receivers and the running back and the quarterbacks, as opposed to just the common everyday guy that just anybody can play offensive line. And it's actually pretty sad that they use that terminology for it, because people take offensive linemen for granted. You can have a $35 million quarterback back there, but if you don't have an offensive line that can protect him, it don't mean shit. You can have a 1,500-yard running back there, but if you don't have an offensive line that can open up some holes, it's not going to do shit. And playing offensive line is not an unskilled thing. Getting your body right, being able to have this guy that can run a 4.7 that's 300 pounds come rushing at you like a bull when they're doing swim moves or jab steps and rips. You have to be nimble on your feet. You've got to be able to counter what they're doing. You've got to get your body down low. You've got to keep your balance. And you got to make sure you're blocking the right guy. You can have a knockout block, but if it's the guard's guy and the end over here is left wide open, your quarterback gets killed. And there's no more important position on the offensive line. Well, you can say the left tackle because he's got the blind side, but it's the center who is the general. He's out there calling out the strong side, weak side. Who's the middle guy? And making sure that everybody knows who they're going to block. If the play is going to be changed, if the whole, like we used to say, crack it. That used to be what our tackles would say, crack it. Or, you would have different terms or whatever to let the guys know that we're moving this hole because the defense is shifting. And you're getting there with your face with the guy sometimes 6 inches in front of you. You're looking at all of this to figure out what's going to be the call. You got to listen to the quarterback and know where the snap count is. And you have to deliver the ball. That, my friends, takes a hell of a lot of skill. Don't let them fool you. And it is key because when you control the middle of the field, you control the field. You think about our defense last year. The softest spot we had was right over the center, where we gave up 4.6 yards. The other offenses controlled the middle of our field, and they could run roughshod on us. And losing Travis Frederick is big. Now, the good news, at least, is you've got Joe Looney, who has a whole year of experience because of the Hillian-Barr syndrome that Travis Frederick missed the year before. Joe Looney is a very, very capable guy. The other part of this that's a good news is the governor, Connor McGovern, draft pick from the year before, basically had a redshirt rookie season because of his injury, a bicep or was it chest? I can't remember which it was. He is also a guard/center. And so you can look at that as actually competition for it because Joe Looney can also play guard. The good thing for our Cowboys offensive line is that we do have a lot of capable guys. We were able to let a guy like Cam Fleming go because you look at it and say, Connor McGovern can play guard or center. We'll see where he is right there. You got Joe Looney who can play guard or center. You got Connor Williams who really wants to be a tackle, can play tackle or guard. So you have a combination where basically you're going to figure out which is the best guy to fit in that position. But like I said, make no mistake, it's going to be key to be able to control the middle of the field. And Joe Looney, I think, is more than capable to be able to do that. So that may be, in my mind, and I could be completely wrong, it may end up being something else. Other worries that we have, of course, is Tyron Smith is still one of the best tackles in football, but over the course of the last 4 years, every year, Tyron Smith misses 3 games. And you don't want to miss him on a crucial game where we know we need him. Wide receiver-wise, of course, hey, we got race cars. We have a great wide receiver core. Running back, you got Zeke, and I think you may see more Tony Pollard, which may end up helping Zeke to be fresher in there on critical downs. And with the amount of weapons that we have, you look across the board, there's not many weaknesses on that offense. There really are not. And the fact that we say center is a weakness, Joe Looney could start on a lot of teams across the NFL. So in essence, you could almost say that the Dallas Cowboys have an embarrassment of riches on the offense. The fact that you have actually Andy Dalton as a backup quarterback is a luxury that we've never been afforded. Well, we have been, I guess you could say, with John Kitna or and some of the other guys that we've had. But that's a pretty major backup role that we have. And see, this is the key in football more than anything else is you're going to lose people. You could look at 2017 and say that once we lost Tyron Smith and went to Tyron Smith went to Chaz Green. And once we went from Sean Lee to, who knows who at linebacker, and then you lose Zeke Elliott and you're going to Alfred Morris, you have to be able to weather having those losses because you're inevitably going to lose people. That's the thing about a New England Patriots team. That what they've learned is it's not always about having a great player, 10 great guys, and then crap down below. They recognize that it's better to have good guys across the board with good guys backing them up. So when I lose one, I'm not taking a major step backwards. And the Cowboys are beginning to get that right now because there's very few places that you look and say the Cowboys are very thin. If we lose one guy, we're screwed. So hope you guys enjoyed that. I've got some great stuff I got to do today. I got some more racks to get on out of here before the mailman gets here. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. I will see you, you'll see me later.